I gave you an assignment, and my assignment was you were to take this worksheet, and then you're going to put a piece of paper on top of it, and then you were to trace, whichever of these elements you wanted, at least 5 times, onto this other piece of paper and make some type of composition. And what I mean by composition is how you arrange things. Let's say the drawing is all about a plate and apples. Well, it doesn't look so exciting right now, so maybe you could have arranged it a little more interesting way. So that's what composition is. It's still, eventually still how well you can draw and how nice it looks, but arrangement is very important. So let's say, I'm going to show you some sample projects. They're not from people in this class. Okay, they're not, so don't worry about it. I'm going to show you some projects. So if this is the assignment I gave you, what if somebody turned this into me? So here's your assignment. What happened here? Somebody tell me, is this good or bad or what? And don't forget to say this is so-and-so. Something obvious about it.
This is Lucia, and I can tell that this one isn't really detailed.
Okay. Yeah, they added several things and detailed it.
This is Maddie, and I don't think that they lulled, so they didn't like trace your exact work, which was kind of
the point. Yes.
Right.
Thank you. Okay, somebody else. So we decided to like the details. So that's good. You found a positive. Something else we didn't. Yeah.
This is Emmy, and I can tell like they put the fruit like in a bowl, and like none of the fruit on the paper that you did was on the bowl.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
So that was interesting. Yes. Okay.
This is Sam. It looks like they added a table, which I don't think was there.
Right. Do we like the table? Was that a good decision? Sam can answer, or somebody else can answer?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Okay. Somebody else, positive or negative? So if I hung this on the wall exactly the way it is in a really nice expensive frame, what would you think about it as a piece of art? Would you like it?
This is
Maddie.
Sophia, and it's okay, you can go first.
Oh, Maddie, I think you're up again.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know it. This is Maddie. I don't think there's any shading on it, so it was kind of like, it's just the outline of the fruit. There's no, like, it doesn't indicate where the light is at and like where it's hitting the fruit.
Okay. So you would have liked to see it more finished looking if it's hanging on the wall. Yeah, good. Okay, this time.
This is Sophia.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. But this is Sophia, and I think the picture just needs maybe a little bit more detail and colors, and maybe a background, because it doesn't really look finished, and it looks kind of traced from a screen.
Okay. So it doesn't maybe look like it's ready to be hanging on the wall. So I'm going to give you guys did really good, especially for your first one. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I need 5 of you to tell me what number, as a piece of art that you like, compared to other pieces of art in the world that you actually like, where is this on a scale, and be honest, where is this on a scale of 1 to 10? So anybody pop in.
This is Emmy, and probably like a 3 or 4.
Okay, 3. Okay, somebody else?
Natasha, and yeah, it was.
I didn't check my location.
Who was the last one? I heard Natasha.
This is
Uh-huh.
This is Sophia, and I would say like a 2, 3.
Okay, good. And then anybody who hasn't spoken yet, all you have to do is give me a number on a scale of 1 to 10.
This is Vana, and I think like 3-ish.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay.
This is Rebecca. I'd say like 3.
Okay.
Something.
Awesome. Okay, so we're giving it, you guys are pretty much giving it just under a 3. So let me make the comment, sometimes people don't like this because this one leg is in the place, or there start being things that you don't like, and then because there's something that's wrong, you get all obsessed about looking at this one part that's incorrect. And if I were to ask you, does this look important? You already mentioned some reasons why it's not, but it's kind of lacking in the area of being important or dynamic. And you said that. Okay, let's say another person gave me this piece of art. What do we think of this one? Is-
You can go first.
Alright, this is George, and I think it's like the 7.
Sure. Oh, so it's a whole lot better for some reason. Okay.
This is Natasha, and I think this artwork it's pretty good. The drawing is like very nice, but they didn't really shade it. They didn't really shade it or do too many details.
Okay. So it's better, but you would like to see detail. Okay, a lot of them are not going to have details, but yes, I agree. What else do you guys think? What do you think about the composition, where it's placed on the paper? Is it placed well on the paper? It's bigger, so that's great. That's a big, yes?
This is Matt, and I think it's kind of too far close to the left side. I mean the right side. It's like all squished in there.
Okay, and
And
that's a really good point.
this is Sophia.
Okay. So what is one of the problems with this squishiness over on the right side? What's the most exciting thing in the whole drawing? Hypothetically.
It's the bowl with the fruit in it.
Yeah, that would be the most dynamic, but if you start looking at it, what might be an interesting detail there?
I
Is something different? Okay. Well, I think you have a lot of dominance, and you're correct with the bowl of fruit. Yes, everyone looks at that. But we have this one thing right here, which is a knife, which is pretty exciting. But we can see the tip of the knife, which is too bad. So it's a little disappointing. She mentioned it feeling crowded over here, and that's one of the reasons. Yeah, you guys mentioned a lot of good things, but you seem to like it better. If you were to think about how far back into distance, how far back in distance does it feel like this drawing goes? Does it go 10 feet? Does it go 1 foot? How far back does it go?
Like not even an inch back. Like
Okay.
It's like right in your face.
Okay, very good. It feels like it's in your face, and one of the reasons it does, it's a compositional thing. When you put things on the bottom like this, it makes it go right to the front of the picture, and it reminds you that it's sitting right there up on front of the picture. So even the other one, we didn't like it as much, but it did have more space to it, right? It feels like it goes in there. Okay. Let's try another one. Okay, here's somebody else. Let's say they handed this in to me. What do we think about this one? Let's try some more new people. There's really not a wrong answer, I hope. And I know it's hard the second day of school. Do you like it?
This is Sophia, and I don't really. This is probably like my least favorite one out of all 3 of them, because like the space is kind of awkward, and I kind of just can't really tell what fruit it is with the one that's in the bottom right. so I don't really like one.
Okay. So we have this word all of a sudden. And it gets in the way of us enjoying looking at it. Because if you look at it carefully, some of these lines, look how pretty this is. Some of these, the way they've drawn things is really quite pretty. But the composition is keeping you from enjoying it. Somebody else have a comment about the composition?
This is Natasha.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't look like they really like traced some of the fruits.
Right.
Like the grapes looks like they probably traced it. The knife doesn't look like it was traced. The apple doesn't. I don't know what that fruit is in the corner, but it doesn't look like it was traced.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think they took some liberties. I agree with you. Okay, so how would you, is there a center of interest? We're going to talk about, you've heard about the center of interest. Is there a center of interest? Not really. I'm seeing shaking heads. Probably not, and that's where this one suffers. So I can only see some of you on the screen. How about two people giving me a number? How does it score? Somebody I haven't talked to. Sienna, give it a score. Are you there, Sienna? Yeah, tell me what its score is.
Me, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. I would give it like, because the outline is good, I would give it like a 5. If they would have added shading, it would have been
Okay.
nicer.
Okay, nice. Okay. And then how about, we haven't heard from Ellie Koo. Did it do very well? Yes? Okay. We don't like it, which is interesting. I want you to think about, why do I not like it? And see how the composition is keeping you from enjoying something that's actually pretty. Okay, this one. Are we doing any better here?
This is Emmy.
This is Sophia.
It's okay, you can go first, Amy.
Oh, okay. I like